output, and we are live.
Yay.
Yay. Let me do the announcements.
I look old.
Well, you are old.
Oh, yeah, you. Shut up.
We're the same age, dude. I can't say shit. If you're old, then I'm old. Technically, I'm older, aren't I?
True. By a few months.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I guess I should put this on silent.
Yeah. It's like the movie theater. Mute your shit.
I got an email. Oh, we're live.
Hey, at least we know the
It's like,
alerts
hey,
work.
I got it. Yeah, I got an email. Hey, we're live. Hey, you didn't tell me that. Should really make use of this screen. Let's see.
Yeah, with all the screen real estate you have, you should be using all of it. All 5,000
Right.
inches.
There we go. There's no reason why I shouldn't be like, hey, I can't see the chat stream.
If I could spell, I would be amazed. All right, so that is done.
My nerds. Just for that, you ain't getting your present. It's up in my house. You ain't getting it now. We're gonna auction that shit off.
If I could open my browser and not get an alert for updates to AdBlock, I would be amazed.
Yeah, thank you for using our software. Please give us money. No.
No, that's why we use
the
it.
fact that I have to use, the fact that I have to even use your software pisses me off enough.
Yeah.
And then, I get it. People want to make money off of what they're doing, and I'm sure there's more than enough people out there to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
But I'm cheap.
Well, it's not just that we're cheap, but most of us are broke too. So it's not that we don't want to support them. It's some of us just can't. So
yeah, I make enough money someday. I'll probably be dead by then. The day I make $500,000 will be the day I die because my insurance policy goes to somebody. That'll be a windfall for someone.
Someone on the YouTube stream said, "Welcome to their stream." I'm like, your stream? What? Okay. I guess it's their show now.
Yeah. It's their way or the highway.
Yep.
Entertain me, monkeys!
Right. Oh, Pez wanted an alert. He wanted to. Ooh. Let me text him.
Look at me, I'm the streamer now.
It's like Captain Phillips, right? Look at me.
All right.
I'm the streamer now.
Not you.
Oh, it's all good. Hey, if somebody else
think that guy was typecasted?
Probably, yeah. I haven't seen him in anything else. I did forget to put the Gibbs Mansley in. I feel bad, but I don't want to put it in now because everything is already done. Although we could fit him in.
Don't put him in. Do picture in picture.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nope, that's the mayonnaise wrestling. Oh, I gotta find it. Good God.
The Mayo wrestling. Well, what the hell? That's fine. So I changed up the plates I was using with my 3D printer.
Uh-huh.
Got much better result today.
Oh, nice.
I'm using the super cool tack plates where Bamboo makes. Spent a little extra money on it. Oh man, everything's been coming out amazing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll be talking a little bit about 3D printing later on.
Cool. I don't know that much about it, but I know enough.
Well, you do enough of it, so you should know something about it.
I can hit play. Or, no, excuse me, mine says start. I'm Squidward, you're Squidward.
I think I lost the picture of Gibbs, the
Hold
fill-in
on.
picture of Gibbs. Do you have it?
Hold on. Let me look.
Was it on the Discord?
Maybe it was on the Discord. I'm looking. I'm going back.
Yeah.
And back. And further back. Okay.
One of the way back.
Yeah. There's my.
There it is. I got it.
Yay.
Okay. Eventually we'll look like a professional podcast.
No. If that happens, I'm going to have a background and everything at that point. Right now, I'm just darkness.
Yeah.
Void like my soul in my heart. Well, I don't know about you out there, but professional? No. Not at all. Yeah, my woodshed currently is trying to create wings with its roof right now.
Ah.
We had to, then we also, on the chicken coop, had to take some cinder bricks. My oldest took some cinder bricks and put it on top of the chicken coop pen run area because the plastic sheeting that we put down for the winter to keep the snow from getting in decided it was going to try to take off.
Nice.
Yeah.
There. I've got him standing in. He's in the background.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
Yeah.
Gibbs.
Okay, so who is this?
What's up?
Over on YouTube.
When you go.
The low.
Let me open another window.
The poot it tier. I don't know.
What's that?
I don't know. I don't think they're still there. I think they got bored. That's fine with me. We probably need mods on YouTube at some point, but it's not. Oh, hey Gibbs, you back from the plumbing stuff? We can. You want to jump in? We haven't quite started yet. We're running a little behind, so.
I could take down the Mansley.
I could take down the Gibbs. Oh, God. I apologize. I just had dinner and. I mean, yeah, if you want to hop in like halfway through, sure. We'll get you caught up. I don't know if this is going to be a long episode, so we'll just take it as it fires out the tip. Is that your O-face, Kibbles?
Not even close. I'd be getting a lot more phone calls if it was.
All right. Well, are you ready to kick the pig and light the fire?
All right, let me hit record.
Yep, hitting record now.
Look at that.
You good?
Nice audio strike. Yep.
All right. All righty. But we have to have a tree cut down. Awesome. Hey, if it's not like super major huge or anything, get some of that and bring some with you to the convergence, and I'll do some work to it and I'll make you all something out of it. That could be cool.
Since it's where it won't be all floppy, at least.
Yeah. Like Gibbles.
Is that why she's leaving?
Oh, God damn, dude. Oh, fuck.
Jesus, shoot. Oh, there's.
Very nice.
You must love this girl.
I would think so, yeah. Alrighty. Well, if you're ready to roll, we can get our kitchen sink in.
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Are you ready? You ready?
Yes. Yes.
Promotion. I'm ready. Promotion. All right, sink clap in. 3, 2, 1, clap. There we go. Close enough.
That wasn't very loud, but yeah.
As long as it shows a spike on Audacity, that's all I need. Hi, Liz.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get one.
Oh, God. Yeah, Gibbles, make it clap louder. Back it up and make it clap. Damn it.
You would go, oh.
All right. If there are no further delays, we will go ahead and get started. You ready?
Sure.
All right. We'll kick it off in 5, 4, 3. Welcome to the Now We Consume podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Pip. Here tonight with me is my co-host, Gibbles.
Hi.
Gibbs is stuck in plumbing hell tonight, so we will just have him here in spirit. I did want to mention real quick, I got a letter from the IRS saying that I owe them for emotional damages to the economy. Apparently, they've been listening to the show, and my commentary is depressing the GDP. They're asking for $2,500 in reparations, so I sent them a picture of my empty wallet and a sad emoji. No reply yet. So
is that why we lost the FCC guy?
That's probably, yeah, that's my thinking. So, welcome to the show where we question everything except for my poor life choices.
You made that poor man commit seppuku.
You know, it was either that or, you know, he gets escorted out of certain stores for checking for mouthfeel, you know?
Oh my!
Oh, yes, I went there. But no, tonight we had one episode lined up, and then we found out that Gibbs wasn't going to be able to join us, and it was one that he was really wanting to do with us. So we went back to the drawing board. We got this one dropped out, kind of like a spicy log to satisfy everyone's interest, hopefully. And we're going to talk tonight about the growing gap of hands-on capabilities and the growing illusion of ownership, that you actually do own the things that you think you own. We've kind of touched on that a little bit in some previous episodes, but kind of a little bit of a deep dive on some of that. And just for reference, take a look around wherever you're at. Literally everything that you see, your heaters, your air conditioners, your cars, the screens that you're maybe watching or listening to the show on, they're all held together by literal threads of proprietary codes and a supply chain that is kind of in a tailspin. We feel like we're in control because we can click add to cart and then order. But
right.
What happens if that button is never lit up? It's currently March of 26. We're living on borrowed time. At least that's what it feels like. We've kind of traded our ability to survive in the physical world for the convenience of the digital one. So we're going to kind of see what's going on with things and kind of look at some of the terrifying reality that we're becoming guests in our own lives.
Yeah. You remember when PlayStation and Xbox had that big debacle back in the day where Xbox is like, oh, it's going to be all digital on the cloud and all that. And PlayStation's like, CD, friend, take and share. And that was when everybody's like, oh, no, you know, we're not going to have the ability to own anything anymore. Look what happened. Did we learn something, children? I don't think we did.
No, it doesn't seem like it. And the video game industry is probably one of the biggest spotlights of that whole you don't own what you buy kind of deal. Software in general, I think, but video games, I think, are kind of shining the warning siren.
Yeah.
If the servers go down, you don't have access to what you bought. And in some cases, people have spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars on some of those games. And once the servers go off, they have nothing to show for it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like with the movies too.
Yeah.
I took all my DVDs back in the day and had them converted at Walmart, and they were uploaded to Vudu. And then all of a sudden, now everything's on Fandango. And if it wasn't for whatever streaming service it is at this point, I don't even remember anymore. That's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Had they decided not to honor all those, DVDs and everything that people have uploaded. Oh well, sucks to be you.
Yeah. So it's not just on the software and entertainment side. We're losing skills, and it's kind of like a collective mechanical amnesia.
Oh yeah.
I know. I feel like a lot of people listening can relate. The average person is more domesticated than at any point in history. If our GPS or the internet tutorials that we rely on go dark because of the current conflict in Iran, which, let me segue real quick, our president is now saying or threatening to use nukes, by the way. That happened yesterday. I don't know if y'all heard that. The nuclear conversation has happened. So that's a thing we all might need to worry about. Well, yeah. We're going to talk about that probably next week. So yeah, I do not like the talk of nukes. Nukes fascinate me because of the physics behind them. They terrify me on the world stage. So, but yeah, we could lose the internet because of the issues with Iran or just other bullshittery that happens. But if we lose the internet, we don't just lose our way. We lose our ability to maintain our immediate environment. We all understand how interconnected our lives are to the internet and how grossly independent or dependent we all are on the internet. So our intelligence is not really growing. It's just becoming dependent on the availability of access to knowledge, because knowledge retention is not there. Not like it used to be.
You don't need to.
Exactly. It's now more important to know where to find the resource and the knowledge than it is to actually have the knowledge. And that's something that I think a lot of people are seeing in the workplace, in schools, and in day-to-day life. People can barely function unless they have their magic little information boxes with them.
Yep.
I know you've seen it in your job.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My little job I do, fixing machines, watching, so many people that seem to think they know what they're doing and break it that much harder.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's great when you're
teachers.
It's great when you're doing repair work and you're actually going out to fix a repair that was already done.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I had one a couple weeks ago. The person's just like, hey, this broke. Is this repairable? And takes a picture of the machine taken apart to the point that are like, yeah, we're pointing at this part. However, I'm going, how did you get to that point without breaking into something that you don't know anything about? Which, I mean, all good on you for trying to figure out, but you're paying a monthly service. So now you run the risk of the company going, you know what? We're not going to let you pay the monthly service anymore because you decided to break in and break this. So until you pay for what you broke, you're cut off.
Mm-hmm.
And then B, the thing they broke was just a spring, thankfully, but they had to pull stuff out of the way. And because they didn't know what they were doing, they consequently broke the spring that they're like, oh, this must be the problem. And it's just like, if you would have just left it alone, let me come in there and take care of it, fine. Let me come in there and show you, hey, next time you go to do this, this is what you should do. And I've done that plenty of times as well. And the ones who listen do well. The ones who think, nah, screw you, I'm going to do what I want. Not so much.
Yeah, it's it can be kind of fun. If you're really into that kind of stuff and you like to solve the puzzles, go Dr. House on the equipment. But when you're spending more time trying to fix the fuck up, then it's not really worth it.
Oh yeah, there's I had a few times in the last 6 months where I was a chimpanzee with a wrench on a machine because I was fixing someone's F up who thought they knew better than us, the techs. So I'm fixing their screw up and then having to fix whatever was wrong with the machine originally.
Yeah. So I said that the intelligence isn't really growing. More and more, it seems like humans et al. are becoming highly efficient biological peripherals to the devices that we depend so much on. And I have a couple of questions that I have written up for some of this. And this isn't just for you. This is for anybody that wants to chime in. So by all means, please hit us up on the socials, hit on Discord or whatnot. If the internet were to go dark for a week, do you guys have the physical manuals for the gear in your shop or your day-to-day lives or the actual skill sets that you need to be able to keep everything running? Or do you guys strictly depend on things like access to YouTube?
It's my noggin. I took the time and learned.
Yeah.
I got my education. Thank you, military.
Yep. And I know you and I both have maker type hobbies or even side deals. If all of the pre-cut lumber and the proprietary bits stop shipping, what can you actually build from the dirt up?
Right.
So
I know I got some capabilities, like you said, that if I lose some gears, if I lose certain things, I'm still able to keep running somewhat.
Yeah. On my end, being able to do the woodworking that I do, and some of the fabrication stuff, I think I would be reasonably okay. I would like to invest in something like a filament maker for the 3D printing, but I would also like to get a better 3D printer. Just because
you do need a new one.
Yeah. I've had my 3D printer since like 2017. It's got some miles on it, but it's a workhorse. But I think that most people that have those types of hobbies also have the ancillary skills to be able to support at least a portion of their work and could do, a certain percentage of that type of kind of survival type work. So that's just my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
But kind of talking about that, the just in time, I named it here the Suicide Pact. Our world really runs on just in time inventory, and I know you know this. Most people that listen kind of understand this. We've talked about that in the shows where we discuss like grocery stores, if there's a mass blackout, and how most stores only have a couple days worth of inventory on hand.
Yeah.
Our system is designed for a world that never stops moving. And if all the gears grind to a halt, then most people's day-to-day lives will also grind to a halt, because most people rely on those just-in-time deliveries for their household too. Not even just their businesses, but their households. I know several people that literally only keep a couple days worth of food and supplies for their home, their business, everything, and they just rely on things to come when it's scheduled. How would your business fare if you couldn't head out to do a repair until you got your stuff delivered?
That happens a lot. We have to we have toner developer, certain types of parts that wear out, that they're considered consumable. Those we keep on hand fairly regularly. At least we try. Parts that they don't normally break, those ones are the ones that we have to order, and you pray that they've been manufactured in the last 6 months, because otherwise you get back orders and then you have to wait for them to show up.
Yeah. I mean, we all saw the supply chain pinch during COVID.
Oh yeah. But during COVID, from what I was told by my coworkers, what happened back, at that point before I decided to join them in the fun trades, they couldn't get toner, or they couldn't get, what toner they did get was all like off-brand, I almost call it black market type toner, because, they had to get stuff that either had to be mixed or poured in. And within 2 weeks, they were going back to all the machines because they were all jamming because the toner mix wasn't correct for that particular model.
Yeah. Yeah, hell, I've got a printer sitting over here that won't take aftermarket ink. It's an HP printer, which is bullshit. I own the printer. Why can't I use whatever ink I want? It won't work unless I use HP brand ink. That's bullshit. That's not what I want to use in my printer. But
yeah.
So I put down the for how long feel. We currently have Operation Epic Fury entering week 2, just about to enter into week 3. So the just-in-time shipments are starting to become never.
Yeah.
We've optimized for efficiency, but we've sacrificed resilience. The issues in the Strait of Hormuz are starting to impact oil, and that's going to impact a lot of things via the ripple effect. So a lot of industries are going to start kind of reining in a lot of shipping things. Just because, I mean, diesel's already flown way high in my area. It went from 369 to 545 in the course of a week and a half.
Yeah. Absolutely disgusting how fast that went.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what it is out in California. It's probably $10 a gallon out there.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So, and then you've got all of the trade jobs that are going to start feeling the effect because they rely on things that get shipped.
Yeah.
So we have this conflict in Iran that is going to cause an effect here because of what's going on there. And it's just going to start going back and forth and impacting everything else. And like I said, we're
prices
go ahead.
And prices, I was going to say prices are going to go up again, and they won't go back down because there'll be some other excuse that these stupid ass companies will come up with. And everybody knows it. Everybody in the government knows it. But because corporations are considered people too, they can sit there and lobby and all that stuff, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's painful. So, and I feel bad for the people that do that, like independent, because that's their livelihood.
Yeah.
So, but when the parts stop coming, the people that click buy now will be at the mercy of the makers, the people like us that know how to actually make shit. And that's something that I don't really think the population at large really understands or appreciates.
Because the U.S., we sent so much stuff overseas. If the trades all of a sudden, the trading partners just decide, you know what, screw you, we're not trading with you no more. We have no way to restart half the stuff we need to keep things going efficiently, let alone at all.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like when we were talking about like the blackout situation, trying to do a full cold start, we would be years because the amount of parts we need, we don't have, we don't make, we don't keep.
The U.S. wouldn't exist anymore at that point.
Yeah. So, and that's just another example of the just-in-time stuff, because we would rely on other countries to supply us with those parts, and not a lot of countries are really happy with us right now.
No.
So we might not get those parts for a while, if ever.
Yeah.
So, you want to take this next section here?
Do I have to?
Oh, wait, let me go back to the questions, because I know I had these. Yeah, section 3, but let me do these. So the war in Iran just pushed gas to a new high. I know it went up in my area again. At what point, at what price point does it become illegal for a regular person to become self-sufficient? When does the cost of the wrench exceed the value of the repair? And this is going to take us into the next section. Just do you think, and this is kind of the the way I wanted to word this. Do you think that there's going to be anything, if things start to get too out of hand, to where state, local, or even federal governments will begin to limit our abilities to do repairs?
Well, with the cost of gas, I'm not sure how that correlates, but it to me, it's just all about how much the government's lobbied by who. You know, when you've got John Deere and Apple and everyone like that really fighting to keep us to where we're not supposed to be able to repair our own stuff. Mm-hmm. Yet they can't void your warranty.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
Oh yeah. And then
unless you get it wet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't get it wet.
Yeah. And then this one, if the supply chain were to snap tonight, which of your essential tools is the first one to become a 50-pound paperweight?
Well, once my filament runs out, it'd be my 3D printer. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
plastic filament. That's worthless.
That's kind of why I want to get a filament maker.
Yeah.
I mean, soda bottles make for great filament. So,
yeah.
And you can make PLA out of some pretty easy stuff.
Yeah. No more Japan crate.
Yeah. So
my snackies.
Yeah, right. You want to take section 3 here?
Oh, for the pivot 3?
No, on the main notes.
Oh, that one. Oh, right. I see it now. So in 2026, we are now on track to generate 75 million metric tons of e-waste this year alone. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
This is 30% increase since 2022. But the dystopian kicker is we are landfilling over 62.5 billion worth of gold and rare earth elements annually because of parts pairing. Because you got companies that go out and sue recyclers that take it upon themselves to take said parts and recycle it.
Uh-huh. And I want to say that number one more time. 62.5 billion with a B worth of gold and rare earth.
I don't know that person.
That's getting put into the landfills.
Yeah.
So
it's disgusting.
I'm wondering how long it's going to be before we have people going to landfills to become like gold diggers.
Right.
Like gold panners, like they do on YouTube and shit, looking for these gold and rare earth deposits in landfills.
Right. What kills me is like when I lived down south in Maryland, it wasn't even on her. I'd take my television if it was broke and I wasn't able to fix any more toast or whatever. I'd take it to the landfill and they had a recycling center right next door. So if it was something that could be recycled, they'd have you put it into the green bin. And if it couldn't be, they'd put it into a separate bin. But that's where they would take it, break it down, and get it for the material.
Yeah.
Up north here, you don't see that anywhere. It drives me nuts. I'm like, twice a year we get the collection for electronics and stuff like that, or tires. But the rest of the year, it's sitting in just piles.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we not taking the time to rip this stuff apart and get the metals out of them?
Right, because there's a lot of studies and there's a lot of videos and whatnot that have come out saying that it's not worth it. But at the same time, there's been just as many now with the price of precious metals that has gone up over the past year that's saying it actually is worth it to do it now.
Yeah, if you do it correctly, it is worth it.
Yeah.
Well, you've got companies in California that sit there and recycle stuff.
Yeah.
And they're pulling out the precious metals out of PCs, cell phones, and stuff like that. And if they're making it work, how can we sit there and say that it's not worth it?
Yeah. It's something that needs looked at again. And you good?
Yeah, okay. My Discord all of a sudden decided to restart on me.
Oh, okay. All right, we're okay. Strange. So yeah, there's a lot that needs to happen that I don't think anyone is really looking at, because it's trash, it's recycling, it's stuff that has been looked at for years that I don't think anyone has really taken the time to look at again. Some people are, with the cost of some of these rare metals that has been going up, like I said, but not enough and not the right people.
Yeah.
So go ahead and continue on.
Okay. I'll put that back up there. Even with right to repair laws in states like Oregon, manufacturers are using software to serialize components. If you swap a genuine battery or screen, the device rejects the organ transplant. Yes, that is fairly true depending on where you are, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know New York was supposed to be working on a right to repair, or yeah, I think that was them. And it almost got all the way through, but then somebody decided to put their sticky little fingers into it and basically make it worthless. Which that's when you just want to go, okay, which politician was it and how much are they getting paid? Because at that point, you need to go ahead and just get them kicked out of office.
Absolutely.
Because you're not working for your constituents. You're getting paid under the table, essentially. And if Supreme Court doesn't want to say that's illegal, I'm sorry. To me, that's illegal.
Yeah, and it's something that's been talked about for long enough that enough people have gotten behind it. There's been enough support in Congress that we've had enough people that are farmers go to Congress to do things like right to repair because of companies like John Deere.
Yeah.
They've had to eat so many repair bills because John Deere's, sorry, a big enough piece of shit when it comes to repairing the stuff that you buy from them. And we've talked about that back in our right to repair episode.
Right. Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, it goes all the way into food, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah.
You can't even be a farmer without, fearing that you go plant crops and all of a sudden, your neighbor who's using the gene stuff, that they paid for, and then all of a sudden ends up on your soil and you accidentally used what came off their land and not even realize it. Guess what? You're getting sued.
Yeah.
For copyright infringement of all things.
random tidbit. I just found out farmers are not allowed to use the stuff that they harvest as replant for the crops. They have to buy new seed. They're not allowed to replant what they harvest. Why the hell is that even a thing?
Oh, that's for all the guys that are using, like, what is that, Santis or whatever that company is that makes all the corn and everything.
Monsanto.
They make it to, Monsanto's. They make that part of their contract where you can't. Yeah, you're renting the seeds. You're not purchasing the rights to keep growing it. That's why if you're going to do that stuff, you don't go with companies like that. You just buy your corn seed and then give them the middle finger.
Yeah. But then you run the risk of having everything destroyed by the pests that they've genetically modified to attack those kinds of crops and not their own, genetically modified crops. Because no, I'm not wearing a tinfoil hat, but my God, I've watched this shit happen over the years.
Or like I said, they'll just sue that farmer that's not using their stuff because they'll just say, hey, that corn's ended up in their field. They should have known that it wasn't theirs.
Yep. Yeah, because the natural corn grows like 4 or 5 foot high. The weird corn grows 9 foot high. So
right.
They have to go pull those stalks.
Yeah, God forbid. They look the same, they taste the same, but one's got a different genetic, diversity to it. So you can't eat that one. Well, how the hell?
It's the same with people, okay?
Right. Some people would like to say they can't claim everybody, but it's like that stupid brother in the closet. You have to recognize him too.
Yeah. Fresh though they may be. Anyways, keep moving on.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've already mentioned John Deere, the lockouts, farmers in Midwest fighting software firewalls. Yeah. I mean, that's the same with your cell phones. That's with just about anything you have. I mean, hell, the 3D printer I got. Mm-hmm. They just recently, as of last year, made it to where you can't even use off-brand software because they updated their equipment or through firmwares, to where you can only use theirs. And then when enough people had a hissy fit about it, they're just like, well, then don't update the firmware and you can still use the other stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's stuff like that where I don't understand how that's not considered a monopoly.
Yeah, it really should be.
People having their own app store and then telling everybody, well, you can only use our parts and it has to be registered through us. And you should only have to use our company to repair a product that 20 years ago you could crack open with a screwdriver and just be like, hey, need a new battery. Because, we all remember Radio Shack that are old enough. You could walk into a Radio Shack, get a cell phone battery because the one you had stopped charging so well, threw the next cell phone battery in and walked out and you were good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the good old days,
Yeah. Back when you had a cell phone that could crush the skull 20 years ago.
Right. And most of those stores are just gone now and it's sad.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Radio Shack messed up once they got away from their core market, which was DIY repairs.
Yes. Yeah, it was fun back in the day.
Yeah. So now you have the Maker Underworld.
Yes.
The new elite.
Yes, we as makers will claim the overworld as our own.
Yeah, until Congress decides to make all that shit illegal.
Right. So
you could make a gun with it. Booga, 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 booga.
Yeah, and I know we talked about that pretty recently, but so as the hands-on gap widens, there is a new class in society forming. We as makers will become the overlords of society when everything falls apart. Talking from the workshop perspective, using a laser engraver or a wood shop will no longer just be a hobby. It's going to be a form of guerrilla maintenance. And that's kind of what I was kind of leaning into with the whole, do you think it'll ever be illegal to do your own repairs? At some point, I think the supply chain, it's just theoretical. If the supply chain gets that bad, will there come a time when doing those repairs because the government is hoarding down supplies, you should be turning this in like back during the war, give your gold, silver, copper, give it to the military for the good of the war effort, that kind of stuff. So while the rest of the world waits for a corporate technician who won't be coming, the makers are going to be pirating their own reality. And just like how back in the day when farmers would lose their house to the bank, they would all attend the auction and they would let the farmer buy back their house and bully any of the big builders out of the auction.
Yeah, and threaten to kick their butts.
And that's the way it should be done.
Yeah,
I fully support that.
Yeah, we'll just kind of turn into Cuba when it comes to repairing and keeping things running.
Yes. Cuba, for all their faults, have a very resilient society because they've been forced to.
Yeah. The fact that they've got cars, that are considered they're like historic in our country that run just as good as they did back in the day.
Yeah.
Because they had no choice but to keep them running.
Yeah. So, let me backtrack for just a second because we got to talking about the whole John Deere locks out all their shit, right? If a farmer's tractor is locked down during a famine, Like food stocks are like not available in stores, and he's got a field full of food, but he's been told, hey, you're not allowed to harvest this. If that farmer gets help and hacks the code on his tractor so that he can use it, will he be viewed as a hero or a digital pirate in the eyes of the system?
In the eyes of the system, it's going to be both.
Yeah, because
you're still going to have people that are using the system that are going to be like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. But you know what? He's feeding people.
Yeah. And are the people that he's feeding going to be the same ones coming after him?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he would be able to be found at that point, miraculously.
Yeah. He'll learn how to fly out the window like Putin's friends.
Oh God, yes. But no, it's things like that if things get bad enough, you're going to see things like that happening, because national emergencies will start locking down things and systems that we depend on, and they could inadvertently lock down things like farm equipment. It's not something that people think about, but as I was kind of looking over the research for this, it was something that came up, because there's a lot of like auxiliary and ancillary systems that are tied in with each other that during a national emergency could be locked down. I'm not saying they would be, but they could be, and it would be kind of like an oversight deal. So if this stuff gets locked down and these people don't have access to their own equipment to use it the way they're supposed to, they have to find a workaround.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things, especially in that situation, where you're hard pressed to find somebody that's going to go after them, unless it's specifically the people from the company itself that are paid enough to actually give a shit. Otherwise, your low level employees are not going to care.
No, especially because they're
low level
from it.
Right. Your low level government institutions aren't going to care. People that directly benefit from that farmer jailbreaking the equipment, they don't give a shit.
Yep. All
they're going to see is some corporate, snaz coming in, and everybody's just going to be like, yeah, no, F off.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason should be doing this and getting away with it. No. None whatsoever.
No.
There is nothing on that machine that needs that kind of proprietary safety.
No.
Nothing.
It's literally situations like that will create more and more Marvin Haymeyers out in society. Long live the Killdozer.
Yeah. If the government actually enforced their monopoly rules, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because God forbid we enforce the laws we have on the books. No, we got to come up with new ones. Or just ignore the ones that we have.
Yeah.
It's either we enforce the ones we got, or no, excuse me, well, I'm saying that wrong. It's either we're not enforcing the ones we've got, and then you also got the other side that's like, no, we're not going to enforce it, but we're going to make more new rules. And we're going to make certain it affects you, but no one else.
Yeah. So a question comes up. How long can a society function when only 1% of the population understands how things like the plumbing, the power, and the engines actually work?
When the electricity goes off? Not long. I mean, the moment there's no internet?
Yeah, that's when your backyard mechanic suddenly becomes king.
Yeah. The dude that knows how to fix everything? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
copper, steel. There's a lot you can do with that.
Yeah, dude, raw materials will suddenly be worth equivalent to like gold and silver at that point.
Yeah. I know how to hotwire a car, but that's just me.
Do you think, under the right circumstances, unauthorized repairs could ever be classified as a threat to national security?
That I can't see unless you've got a just full-on corrupt government. At that point, I'd say then it could. But right now, even with the people we have in office right now, no way. Nobody in office right now is that stupid. Even our blonde-haired hero in office, even he ain't that silly. I say that very, very lightly.
Very tongue in cheek.
Light. Yeah. Yes, I have a sense of humor. So hey,
you do.
I know. I drink that haterade equally.
Oh yes. Is there a point where a 3D printer could become a printing press for sedition?
Depends on who you ask.
I had to put that one in there just because of some of the laws that have been getting looked at.
Yeah. If they pass some of the laws that they want, it could potentially be looked at that way, I guess. I think it's absolutely dumb.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it comes down to who's using it for what purpose, and it always will.
Yeah, to me, it's not even a gun issue. Just like a lot of these gun issues that Democrats and everybody keeps coming up with. And I'm sorry, it's mostly Democrats that keep doing it. Not always, but a lot of them do. They're trying to create a boogeyman for some reason. And to me, it smells like it's definitely not passing the smell test when it comes to them saying, oh, it's a gun issue. It, to me, is coming across as there's corporate bigwigs that have gotten enough of a scent of this could totally screw us that we need to do something about it now.
Yeah.
And let's create a boogeyman scenario so that way people won't have access to something and we're still going to be dependent on these companies. I mean, come on. You watch enough YouTube videos, you see it all the time. Somebody's got like a freaking time clock thing that needs repaired, but the company that repairs it said, hey, guess what? You're gonna have to spend $100 on something because we don't make just the gear. We make this whole mechanism. Even though we could just give you the gear for like $1, we're gonna make you pay $100 for this one mechanism. So what's the guy do? He 3D prints it. He measures, what was left of it inside the machine, 3D prints it, and guess what? For like $1, he's got the new gear and gave the middle finger to that company.
Yeah.
So why not freaking try to figure out a way to make that kind of stuff illegal?
Yeah. Do you think it's maybe something to do with either taxes or the ability to draw some sort of a profit off of the parts that are being 3D printed?
Not necessarily, because if you make enough money, unless you're physically going to locations to pass money under the table, at some point, if you're doing business with a bank, you're going to have to account for where that money comes from. Even criminals with the IRS have to file taxes showing how much stuff they stole during the year. It is an IRS tax code. If you steal something, you're supposed to account for it.
Isn't that usually what criminals get hit with? Is tax stuff when those warrants get served?
Yeah, like tax evasion and stuff. Yeah, I have this feeling that's really what it's for. But if they actually took the time to do that, that would totally throw the government for a loop. It'd be hilarious. I'm charging you for tax evasion. What are you talking about? I got my, my tax forms right here from last year. I totally put down I stole that Toyota Celica.
Nice.
And I totally made a profit off of it. Here you go.
Yeah, that's I feel like if 3D printers had a way to show what they were making, which I don't want this to ever happen, that some of the stuff would kind of cool down as far as the legislation side, because I don't want any more eyes being put on what I'm doing in my own home.
Right. I don't see it. They're going to find ways to try to get their fingers in your house.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you have...
Well, they already tried to put their fingers in my back door, and I screamed really loud when they did that.
Was that the man in the white suit?
It was. And he got donkey kicked.
I bet he did. What I'm trying to think. What I just saw a video from Colin Noir, where he was talking about a state that is trying to pass a law to where basically they wanted to where, you know, you couldn't carry a 10 magazine, anything higher than that. They want it to where you have to get permission from the local PD to even have these weapons that you've already bought legally and got background checks for. And then they also want to be able to come in your home anytime they want to be able to inspect your weapons to make sure they're securely, you know, safe in a secure manner.
I want to say Virginia, but I might be confusing that with all the other stuff that Virginia is doing lately. Which, let me segue real quick. How the hell did a foreign-born person get elected to a position to where they can now make laws to where what Americans can do with firearms?
Right. I'm not sure how that works.
That shouldn't happen.
No. Just the fact that somebody even suggesting that, you know, they should be doing that, they should be slapped.
Yeah. And
thrown out of their own government, because that is, to me, that's against the Constitution. You know, like you said, you know, you're violating the Second Amendment.
It is infringement.
And then the fact that, and then you're talking about, and you can come in my house anytime you want. No, that's a violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
You're violating 2 amendments with one law.
Yeah.
I'd tell that officer to shove it up his ass, and I'll be like, and if you arrest me, be prepared to lose your retirement, your income, your police department's income, and the town's income, because I'm going to take everything. I will not settle.
Yeah.
I will take everything.
This town will be renamed to Pipville.
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be North Gibbles.
Yeah, it's God, it
yeah, but that's Japan.
Oh. Yeah.
I saw that comment. Sorry.
Other random Zoidberg thought, did you see High Point made an AR-15?
Mm-hmm.
It actually looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
The reviews on it are nice. Anyways.
I just wish I had the bunnies.
They're cheap. It's like sub $500.
I have to eat. Groceries are like sub $500 anymore for a week.
Hot dogs and mac and cheese.
All right, $100. I'm gonna have to go on that new Second Amendment diet.
Oh God. What, where you just use your Second Amendment privileges to obtain food?
No, freaking use my Second Amendment privileges by removing food from my life so I can afford my guns.
Oh, yeah. All right, so this is the last portion of the notes, and it was a lot of theoretical stuff. So, a national emergency forces a blackout in your area for a minimum of 14 days. So let's say that there's something going on, they need to, if you have like a fuel-powered power plant in your area, they need to redirect the fuel for like war effort type stuff or disaster recovery or something, or there's just a major natural disaster and they shut off the power plant to prevent wildfires. That's something that happens.
Yeah.
So they announced there will be no government assistance during this time outside of 911 services, which will be severely delayed. What steps have you already taken as far as everything we've already talked about tonight to ensure that you're getting through that situation?
Well, I bring out all my ammo, bring out all my guns, set myself up, and wait for the dumbasses to show up to my front door.
Yeah, they're going to resupply you right at your door. They are the new Amazon.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anybody that shows up my house and their cars and stuff, I'm going to have gas. I'm going to have metal resources. If they have food in those vehicles or water, I don't have to use my water out of the ground. I'll just use what they got.
Yep.
That's all that'll be.
Oh yeah. It's it was something that came up when I was doing some of the research, and it was just like there again, you've got the people who can manage repairs, who already have tools and supplies on hand, who don't rely on just-in-time delivery, who already have the knowledge and don't have to rely on YouTube and whatnot. So These are the people who are going to become their own miniature commercial hubs for their neighborhoods, possibly their cities, their towns, or whatever. And there's going to be a bunch of little hubs all spread out because these are going to be the new centers of commerce.
Yeah.
For that duration.
It'll just be like it was before.
Yeah.
You'll have your blacksmiths, you'll have, people that know how to do certain things, and those are where everybody will congregate, because when they need something taken care of, it's right there.
Now, in 2 weeks, there may not be a ton of activity, but if it goes, we all saw what happened the last time the government said, we're just going to do 2 weeks. That was a very long 2 weeks. It lasted for what, 36 months?
Yeah. But we still had power.
We did.
We still had electricity, and we still had internet.
I think that the U.S. would look very different if we did not have power during that time.
Well, there was a study. It was a long time ago. I saw it where they talked about what would happen. It was after the New York blackouts, where like a good portion of the area went dark for like a few days, and they were talking like, I think it was like maybe 2 weeks tops, where if there was no electricity, it would be absolute mayhem.
Within a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, like 2 weeks tops. Yeah. Like people would lose their absolute minds after, just a few days to a couple weeks.
Yep.
And you wouldn't be able to get control of it immediately until you got the power back on. And even then, God only knows what happens.
Yeah. Your bigger cities quickly resort to gang violence, gang control, overlords, and just go play the Division. That's exactly what happens.
Well, and it's because of the just-in-time mentality for the economy.
Yeah.
You don't have power. Well, you can't go buy food because all your money is now digital.
Yep.
And nobody has paper money really anymore. I have a little, but even I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
But nobody has, natural resources to trade. So in the city where there's a lot of them, where you almost might as well say it's a food desert, you'd have the city having to mass exodus to find places to get food and resources and everything. And people out in the country ain't going to have it. Or
the people that do, they're not going to give it up, at least not willingly.
Well, that's what I meant by that, not having it. They're just not going to put up with that type of shit. They're just going to be like, well, it sucks to be you.
Yeah.
And ammo's going to be flying.
Oh, yeah. Quickly. So the hands-on gap is kind of the ultimate tool of control. If you can't fix your world, you can't rebel against it. You're kind of tethered to the system for your very survival. Maybe it's by design. Maybe it's just the natural path of progression and abundance. Many people still take great satisfaction in being able to repair what they own, or just in earning side income repairing things for others. We have advocated many times on this show, and will probably continue to do so for the entire duration of this show. Learn your craft, acquire resources of knowledge and tools, and invest in yourself for the long term. Knowledge is power. It's really one of the best sayings out there. If you don't have to rely on others, you can do literally everything you need.
Yeah. Taking the time to learn how to grow a few crops, take the time to learn how to repair something that you you figured you're absolutely going to need. And no, not your cell phone. Take the time to learn how a pump works. Or figure out how, when I'm taking water and I'm running through the system, how could you make that work where you're trying to make water travel up without electricity, without any mechanical means?
Yeah,
there's
pressure.
ways to do it. Yeah. How would you make pressure for something? There's actually ways to do it without any mechanical hardware, just tubes.
Yep.
And you can create a pressurized system for water.
Yep.
So the fact that you can do that shows that, if people take the time to learn, you can do anything.
Mm-hmm. And there are some very good resources out there. There are many books that are dedicated to showing people how to survive in situations without some of those resources, like power and electricity and internet.
Yeah.
So they're not very expensive. They're worth having around, if nothing else, just for the fact of learning things for yourself. I like learning new shit just for the sake of learning it. But that's just the kind of tism I have. So that and expensive cardboard. So to kind of close everything out, everything is fine today. The lights are on, the water's running, but that's only because the system still works. The day may come where our precious Amazon packages stop showing up and a trip to the hardware store is no longer even an option. Those are the days that we never want to see, but we have to keep it at the back of our mind that, it really could happen. So.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. People have managed to get by through life without a lot of our modern conveniences for a very long time. It's only been in the last 70 plus years, what we'll call 100 years, that we've had a lot of the really modern technology that we take for granted. And humanity has been around for a lot longer than that. So it can be done. No, it's not glorious. No, it's not convenient, but we can survive if we have to. So take that into consideration. Do some learning for yourself, for others, for your family.
Or don't.
And just be a statistic at a body on the ground in a resupply position for somebody else.
That's right. I could always use some more fat for my soap.
Hell yeah. Just like on, what was that movie? Fight Club.
Yeah.
Making the soap.
Going to the liposuction clinic, get some soap.
Yep.
You render the fat, and then you can also make high-grade explosives.
Yeah. Just don't drink it. They lipo that fat out of Marlon Brando's ass. Don't suck on that stuff.
Ew. 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 Candles.
Obscure movie reference.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Anyways.
No.
Oh, no.
No. Marlon Brando, no here.
So I think that's going to do it for us tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, you want to tell us to stop doing the show, just hop on our Discord and share it with us. Get on the socials. Tell us that you hate us. Tell us you love us. I don't know.
I could use some love.
Yes. We would love to hear from the listeners. Some show topics. We would love to hear if you guys have any thoughts on show topics. We're quickly burning through the topic list that we had. We have a live show coming up at the end of the summer, so we're trying to keep that one on the books. But life keeps lifing, and we're coming up on some decisions to make on some other shit.
and we're really not trying to get a lifetime supply of mayo to make things work. Yeah, not really.
It's we might have to go down that route. We could stream on Twitch and do the things.
Well, if we do that, maybe we can get a sponsorship from Miracle Whip or something.
Hellman's. Oh, as long as it's not great.
We're gonna make a. It'll be curdling before you get a chance to do anything.
Oh,
we'll just tell the sponsors we're making a very chunky salad.
Oh, it's so chunky. Oh,
God, no.
Oh, all right, folks.
After our shit.
Yeah, with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So thanks again for listening. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next time. All right, recording is stopped.
All right. Let me stop mine. Stop. Stopped. Export. Exporting data. I'm guessing I'm sending it to you.
Yeah.
Or am I still sending it to Gibbs?
Nope. Send it to me.
All right.
I will
what
do
episode?
the thing. Oh God, this is
22.
No. Let me see. Oh God, dinner's kicking my ass. We are at season 2, episode 17.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I was almost right. That's kind of scary.
Right.
Quality.
I minimized the feed, so I'm sorry about that. We're not quite gone, so we're
Tushy.
We pop back up. See, there we are. All right.
Yeah. He was being stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that dude over on YouTube. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Welcome to my stream. Dude, who the hell are you?
Right?
Oh, yeah, it's episode 16. I guess I should probably throw that in audio. Season 2. Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Why would you go into somebody else's stream and be like, yeah, this is my stream?
Yeah, this is mine now. Give me moderation. What do you think this was ran by like a 6-year-old?
If you
Hey, don't answer that.
If it's your stream, you wouldn't need moderation.
Right.
Nugget.
There you go. I'm sending it to you now.
All right. Give it to me, Gibbles.
Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh.
Yikes.
William Shatner singing Fall Out Boys.
Oh.
So just as a funny joke, I should name my book I'm working on Faster Than the Speed of Love by Brian Griffin. Just to see what would happen.
Faster Than the Speed of Love.
Right?
All right.
Why is that all the way to chapter 11? Jesus. Wrong way, Grammarly. Wrong way.
Wrong hole.
Wrong hole. That's what she said.
Oh.
I'm sorry, baby. That's never happened before.
Look, you need permission for that. That's what the judge told me.
Oh, Jesus. The judge told me I could say no. You get away from me, doctor. You're not even wearing gloves.
Yeah, if you go in for a rectal exam and the doctor takes his gloves off by biting the fingertip on the glove, you're in the wrong exam room.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I was like, a hole is not just a hole, whether or not there's any friction. Okay, buddy. Having been an EMT, I can tell you that having somebody in the back of your truck who has gonorrhea of oh God, what the hell is that? Their poop port in their stomach. Ostomy, that's what it is.
Oh, a colostomy bag.
Yeah. Gonorrhea of the ostomy. Yeah. No, buddy. A hole is not just a hole, okay? So, we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. You can think about that later this week when you're having fun. Yeah. So you do that. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm going to get to work on the episode and get it edited down. So you guys, is it Stoma? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never want to smell anything like that again. I would rather smell death. Yeah, it was rank, to say the least.
How is something more rank than a dead body? Because I've smelled my fair share of dead bodies.
Yeah, I've only had to smell one that was bad. We did a wellness check on an elderly patient that had passed in their home during the summer with no power.
Exactly. I've had one of those. Dead for 3 weeks. The flies were on the windows thick.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could smell them from the street.
Oh, yeah. 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 Maybe one night we'll regale some tales of our time in. I know that was brought up, but I wasn't sure how that would go. But I just don't think it will hold on the stream. That might be like a special recorded episode that we do, and just drop that out.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like if we stream that, it's going to get pulled. So, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream. So thanks for hanging out, guys, and hopefully we'll see you all next week. And we should be +1 Gibbs. So